students, I'm Teacher Jit.
And I'm Teacher Farahin.
Today, we are going to share with you about Paper 2 Writing Strategy.
Okay, let's begin.
Okay, students, today we are going to share about strategies. And our strategies is a clap. Okay, you'll be wondering what is a clap.
Yeah, what is clap actually? Must be a really interesting strategy.
Yeah, but it is a strategy maybe you have learned in school, maybe your teacher have taught you.
Okay.
So we are just doing a recap for you today. So let's look on what is on the slide.
Alright, okay. Now, let us look at the lesson objective of our session today. Alright? So, by the end of the session, the student should be able to apply clap writing strategy in Part 2 guided writing and Part 3 article.
Yes.
So, we are going to kill two birds in one stone.
Wow.
Okay, next. Okay, before we proceed with our strategy, Jit, let us look at the criteria that the students need to know how they can get better marks for their writing paper.
True.
So we'll start from the content, where students need to respond to the task, answer to all the prompts, and also they must
Write in the correct format for communicative achievement.
Alright, okay. And also you have to write using the correct tone, okay, in order to get the marks. And how about organization, Jit?
Okay, in organization, that is when I'm going to bring in the clap strategy, because in organization, you need to have introduction, you need to have body, and you need to have conclusion.
Alright.
But students, do not forget, you also need cohesive devices in organization. Plus the last one, language. You need to write in the correct tense, and you need to have variety of sentence structures like sentence, compound sentences, complex sentences.
Alright.
Okay, students, but hold on, do not get panic. It will be very easy. Okay, just hold on and wait for the next slide.
Okay, so each one will give them 5 marks, right?
Yes, in
Okay.
total is 20, content 5, communicative achievement 5, organization 5, and language 5.
5 marks. Okay, next. Alright, so these are the topics, okay, that come up from Form 3, Form 4 and Form 5 textbooks. So you can see the list of the possible topics, okay, for the essays.
But it is not the spot one, it's
Yeah.
only possible topics, okay?
Right? Okay, moving on. Okay, to know the task, okay, let us look at the list here, okay? You have to know how to describe in your essay, right?
Yes.
And then also to justify, that's mean you have to give reasons. Okay, how about the rest?
Okay, you also need to practice explain about benefits and explain about drawbacks. So drawbacks are disadvantages. Now, where are you going to look for these sample essays? It's in your textbook. Okay, you have from 4 textbook, and you also need to present opinion, and also you need to compare or contrast. If you still remember, in your Form 4 full bus textbook, there is a compare and contrast between shopping mall and open air market.
That's a
Very good example, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so these are the things that you need to look into. You can refer to your Form 4 textbook sample essay and Form 5 textbook sample essay. So remember, Form 4 is full blast, Form 5 is English download.
Alright, okay. So what is our clap strategy for today's session?
Alright, clap strategy. So I'm sure all of you know what is it when I explain later, but I had named it as clap because C stands for attention. You need to have the attention to the reader. Who is your reader? The examiner.
I agree.
Yes, so you need to have a hook. How to hook the examiner. And you need to have background information. So what is background information? It is telling the reader what is the topic about. How is it present today? And you need to add thesis statement. Okay, when you hear about thesis statement, you are scared. Actually, thesis statement is just a short thesis statement. It is not the lengthy one. It's very short. And plus topic sentence and also peer. So what is peer? We will check later.
Alright, okay. article. Alright, now let us look at what are the types of a hook that you can use to make sure all readers feel excited to read your essay.
Yes.
Okay, we have 4 strategies here. It will start from question. Actually, you can use question in your essay.
Correct.
But how? Okay. The second one is listing, right? And then the next one is statistic, and you can also use repetition.
Yeah,
to
correct.
introduction, right?
Yes, all this is the first line of your introduction.
Okay. Okay, now let us look at the example of hook that you can use. So we have prepared you with 4 examples here. Now let us look at how you can write a question in your essay. Have you ever wondered how a single act of kindness can change someone's life? If you write this kind of sentence or question, okay, this reader will wonder or will think about what are you going to say afterwards. And then we have statistic and also listing, and you can also see the example here how you can use repetition in your introduction.
Okay, I would like to add on about question student. You don't have to start your question with have you. You can also start your question with do you.
Oh, nice.
Yes, do you, and there are list. You can refer to your English download, page 53.
Wow.
In your language bank, there's a lot of question tag.
Okay, make sure mark the pages.
Yes, make sure page 53 in your language bank.
Okay.
And you'll be wondering what is listing. Okay, for instance, you're talking about part-time job.
Okay.
You list down what are the part-time jobs. Only 3 students. You don't have to list more than 3. And repetition. Normally students love repetition, Teacher Farahin. Yeah, if the
Easy.
topic is about money, they will be repeating the word money, money, money.
But-
But remember, only 3 times.
3 times only.
Okay, not 10 times, it's 3 times.
Alright. Okay, now let us look at the question here. Okay, how can you write an interesting introduction? So I have prepared you with strategy by using hook plus background information and also thesis statement. You must wonder what thesis statement is.
Yes.
Now let us look at the question first. Your class has been discussing the ways people can show kindness to others, and your teacher has asked you to write an essay on it. Now let us look at what we have here. The first one, you have to write about an act of kindness you experience, why we must be kind to others, and how to encourage people to be kind.
Yes, but I like to remind students here.
Yes.
They be wondering which one is the content.
Okay.
So which is the content, Teacher Farahin
Okay,
here?
so here we can see content number 1 should be an act of kindness you experience.
Yes.
And then don't forget to write content number 2, why, or you have to give reason why we must be kind to others, and also ways or how we can encourage people to be kind.
Okay, I'm waiting. How is the hook going to be like?
Now let us look at what we prepare you. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, you can look at the different colors that we use to show you which one is the hook, background information, and also thesis statement.
Yes.
Right? You can read on your own.
And the thesis statement, you look at the third line, student, in this essay. So in your thesis statement, you can start off with, in this essay, I will share on, and you will see that the phrases like an act of kindness, I've experienced, explain why we must be kind to others, and suggest ways to encourage people to be kind. It is actually taken from the question.
Yes.
But you will notice the word how now, I have changed to ways.
Yes.
Correct. So remember,
That's
students, when you see the word how, you can change to ways to encourage. But what is the fourth line?
Okay, now let's look at here. An act of kindness I experienced. Actually, this is the answer for content number 1. madam.
Okay. An
Alright.
act of kindness I experienced was when my friend helped me complete my school project. So that is
Yes.
content number 1. So you look at the introduction, how many sentences we have? 4. Okay. Hook, background information,
and
thesis statement, and question 1. Content 1.
Yes, I think this is really helpful for the student. You can just take from the question.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now coming back to peer. Do you know what is peer? Peer is actually helping you to elaborate on your point. Normally students will ask, teacher, how do I elaborate on my point? So this is what is going to happen when you look at peer. You will see the first thing is you need to write the topic sentence.
Yes.
And then you need to write supporting sentence and example and closing sentence. So your supporting sentence will be P, E, and example will be E, and closing sentence will be R. But students, don't worry, just sit down and hold on. We will share with you. Okay, this is peer.
What is peer?
Okay, what is P? P stands for point, your content. And remember to use cohesive devices. Please do not forget about cohesive devices because you want to get marks for your organization.
It will link your ideas.
Yes, true. And also you must remember you need to expand your ideas. To expand your ideas, I have suggested here, me and teacher Farahi, we have thought about the phrases. If you want to expand your ideas, you use these phrases. This is because, this is due to, as we know.
Okay, if you want to give reasons, you can expand your ideas using the phrases mentioned here.
Yeah, and then you want to give example. I don't have any clue about expanding ideas. It's okay. You don't have ideas, but you got example.
Yes.
So you give an example, but I'm sure all of the students remember the word for example. It's good enough if you remember for example. And last one is restate. So how you want to restate? You use the word therefore. Therefore, done. Voila. Or you can use the word hence or therefore.
Right, okay.
Let's move on.
Very interesting.
Any problem here? No, I think. Students know better already. Okay. Look at
how you connect your essays?
Yes.
Of course, by using cohesive devices. And we have actually have different kind of cohesive devices that you can use in your essays.
True.
Okay, it depends on the purpose. Okay. Now let us look at the example here. There are a variety of cohesive devices that can you use. For example, we provide you how to show emphasis on the point. So these are the list of cohesive devices that you can use. And also to sequence the ideas. So these are the list: first, second, next, finally. And also how you show contrast in your essay. You can use however, especially for the question that asks you about the advantages and also disadvantages. So how you can show contrast? By using the correct cohesive devices. However, but, on the other hand. And also how you can show effects? By using the word like therefore. I think most of the students, they know the word therefore, right?
Yeah. And then the word to show effects is actually for peer R. You know the letter R?
Interesting.
So you can use the cursive devices under effects. I would like to add on about sequencing ideas to make your sentences connected, your points connected. There are also other cursive devices like moreover. Furthermore.
In addition.
Yes. Apart from that. Okay, that is also can be used.
But make sure you spell the word furthermore correctly.
F-U-R. Okay? Not F-U.
Alright? Okay, next.
Okay, let's start. Remember, if you remember the first part here, we start off with the topic sentence.
Right.
So topic sentence is a part that you need to introduce the idea of the paragraph. What is your idea of the paragraph? Okay, what idea are you going to give? What is your idea? So let's look at this. Body of the essay. So here the topic sentence plus peer.
Our strategy for today. Right? So now let us look at the question that we prepare here. Why we must be kind to others? So it will start from topic sentence and then following by point, elaboration, example and restate. Okay? So we have labeled the sentences. So you can read here.
Okay, I just like to remind you when you see the word why, very easy. Your topic sentence will be there are many reasons why we must be kind to others. So that is my topic sentence. And to start with my first point, I use the cursive devices to begin with. That is my point. And my elaboration. But I don't have example, Teacher Farahin. So I don't have to put the example and I move on to R.
Okay.
What is my second cursive devices there?
Apart from that.
Apart from that. So, you see I have two cursive devices. We have written in peer. So this is the way that you should write, so the examiner is easier for the examiner to identify, and also easier for you to check on your essays.
Right.
And one reminder, after cursive devices, make sure you put a comma. Do not forget your comma.
Right. Does it mean that we don't really follow the PER?
Yeah, because there are two E's there. One is elaboration, one is example.
Alright.
So maybe sometimes you have an idea, you have a point, but you don't have elaboration, but you have an example.
Okay.
It's okay, it's accepted. But if you have both, it's
That's
great,
better.
good. So it's very flexible. It can be point, elaboration, restate. The compulsory here is point and restate.
Yes.
Elaboration and example, it is all up to you.
Okay, because point will give you the marks for content.
Content, yes, true.
Alright, now let us look at the next question. How to encourage people to be kind? The word how there is actually ask you ways.
Yeah.
What are the ways to encourage people to be kind? Still, we are using the same technique here, starting with topic sentence,
Yes.
and then followed by peer techniques.
Yeah, so my how, you look at the word how there. Because of how, my topic sentence starts with there are many ways. Remember why I put there are many reasons. Now for how, I put it there are many ways. So Teacher Farahin, can you see here that I have my point there. To begin with, we can share on social media such as TikTok and Instagram.
That is example, right?
Yes, that is example. My
okay,
point
nice.
is we can share on social media.
Okay.
And then where is my restate? Because of the word hence.
Alright.
So restate, you take back your point. So I don't find it difficult if you follow accordingly. Look at the second point.
Okay, we start from moreover, okay, because you want to add another point to
Yes.
this paragraph. Okay, moreover, we can organize awareness campaign. So how you elaborate this point?
Yeah, then you use the phrase as we know. So you can either use this is because or as we know. So here, this point, I don't have example. So I give elaboration. So it's totally up to you whether you want to give example or elaboration. But I will remind you again, students, point and restate is a must. So that the examiner will know where is the point, where is your restate. So restate, you use the word therefore or hence. Yeah.
Okay.
So isn't it easy to write?
Because it's really is.
Yeah. Conclusion.
Okay. How about conclusion? Okay, remember we also have cohesive devices for conclusion. For example, we can use to conclude, in conclusion, or to sum up. But how can we use in the sentence?
Okay.
Do you have any example?
Yeah, sure. The next slide. Okay, we were talking about kindness, remember?
Yes.
So, in conclusion, okay, I like to remind here, students sometimes they forget to spell the word conclusion. So, you don't have to use conclusion, you use the word to sum up. For me, you cannot write two sentences, student. You just write one sentence. In conclusion, kindness is a good habit. I will accept that.
Yeah.
This is two sentences we are giving you. You can even write, in conclusion, kindness is a good practice. That's it. Enough. In conclusion, kindness is a good practice to make the world a beautiful place. We will accept. So here we given you two sentences.
Okay. Does it mean that students need to mention the topic again?
Yeah, because the topic is about kindness.
Okay, so they have to restate
the
again.
kindness. Yeah, you need to come up with the word kindness because it is an act of kindness. So in your conclusion, you need to restate the topic again by saying kindness.
Okay.
This is article.
Now let us look at another example. Okay, for part 3 article, actually we can use the same strategy.
Yes,
right?
we can use the same strategy.
Now let us look at the question here. I think I have seen somewhere this question.
Yeah, it's an SPM question.
Yes, okay. Alright, so when you have to write an article describing a photograph, explaining when and where it was taken, and tell us why looking at the photograph brings you back to that special moment.
So the content is describing a photograph.
Yes, that is content number 1.
Yes.
The next content will be when
And where. That
it
is
was
content number 2.
taken.
Yeah.
And content number 3, you have to give reasons, okay, why looking at the photograph brings you back to that special moment.
Yeah, but then Farahin, teacher Farahin, you must
Yes.
remember,
Mm-hmm.
this question is a bit tricky because
Yeah.
student may write it in present tense.
So how can we know?
How do you know whether what tense you are going to write? So you look at the word was.
Yes.
Automatically, it will be past tense. Okay, be careful of that, students. When you write, you must look at the tenses, whether you need to write in present tense or past tense.
Because it will affect your language as well.
Yes.
Right, next.
Okay. Nice photo.
Mhm.
It's a graduation photo.
Yeah, this could be give you some ideas.
Okay.
Okay. Now let us look at how you can write introduction for this kind of.
So what we need to have in introduction?
Remember,
Hook,
background information, and
thesis statement.
Okay, you
Alright.
can use the same strategy, no worries. Right? So now let us look at the example here. What is the question here?
Have you ever looked at a photograph and felt like you were transported back in time to the exact moment?
Wow.
So you look at that sentence is big. Maybe you cannot write such a long sentence. So you just write, do you remember any photograph that you have taken last year?
Oh, that's
Nice,
nice.
simple.
Simple and nice.
Yeah, okay. Then you look at the background information.
We use the word for me. There is one photograph that never fails to bring back a wave of emotions and vivid memories.
Yeah, but then maybe some students, they have problem in the phrase a wave of emotions.
Yeah.
So maybe you can say there is one photograph that never fails to bring back happiness and a lot of memories.
Yeah, you
correct?
can just write directly.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you see this thesis statement.
Don't forget, we can take it from
The
question
question.
itself. Okay, in this article, I will describe that photograph. Remember C1?
Yes,
Content number
C1.
1.
Yeah.
And then share when and where it was taken. Content
Correct.
number 2. And also explain why is it so special to me. Because,
Content number 3.
yes.
Now, question 1 was when. Then we have given you a few ideas here, possible answers.
Okay.
When and where it was taken, you can read that. And then details of the photo. So when you want to describe a photograph, you want to describe a place, you need to tell us how is the place beautiful, the photograph beautiful, or you want to describe the color, what you are wearing, what are the people doing. That is how you describe. And the last one is the reason. So there is a few possible answers, students. This is only suggested answer.
That you can use in your essay later.
Yes.
Right? Now let us look at here. Okay, for C1, when and where it was taken. So we already have the point just now. So
Yeah.
how you can write in the proper sentences. Okay, so you can look at the example here.
Yeah, when and where it was taken. So it was the photograph. The photograph was taken on my graduation day after years of hard work.
Okay.
So you know already it is taken when and where it was taken. I had just walked across the stage. So where it was on the stage.
Yeah.
Okay, mention. So
the
maybe
place.
you can only write 2 sentences only. It will be good enough. You don't have to write so long if you cannot write so long. So we are giving you ideas. Okay.
Okay. Right. Okay, next.
This is the detail of the photograph.
The details. We have to really explain. Okay. What the photo is all about.
Yeah,
Okay. For
correct.
example, here in the photograph, I'm holding a bouquet of flowers from my parents and wearing my mortarboard cap.
Yeah.
Okay. By reading this sentence, actually we can imagine that. Right?
We can imagine the photograph.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, next. You can see here behind me, colorful confetti is falling, making the moment feel happy and bright.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then my friends are smiling, so I can imagine in the photograph. You have your friends. Even though I don't have the photograph, but I can imagine.
Yes.
So this is what it is called describing. So when you describe, you just describe about the people in the photograph, the color, surroundings, whether it's beautiful, the weather also you can describe in the photograph. Okay? Okay, reason.
Coming to our content number 3. why is it special for you? Okay, so we have to really explain it. For example, here this photo is special because it shows the end of one part of my life.
Wow. Yeah, true.
And
Like you've done your Form 5.
Yeah.
Your secondary school.
Yes. It reminds me of how my friends and I work hard and help each other. But Madam G, why they use the word it reminds me?
Because it's something past. It's already past. So it is something that it reminds me of how my friends and I work hard. So it is something to share what happened in the past.
That's why it's special, is it?
Yes,
Okay.
it's very special.
Okay, it also keeps the memory of the happiness we felt that day, which only happens once in life. This is how you reflect back on what happened in the photograph.
Yeah, true.
Okay, and also the photo helped me remember my friends, even they moved to other places. When I see it, I feel proud and happy. Okay, but what we achieved together.
Yeah, true. So this is what content number 3. Maybe some of you cannot write long sentences. You make it short. The photo is so special to me because it shows everyone was happy. We have graduated. So it's a simple sentence, but you have answered why it is special.
Okay.
Okay, conclusion.
Coming to conclusion. So remember, please use the PC device. Like in conclusion, my graduation photo is very special to me. It reminds me of my hard work, the support from my friends, and the happiness of that day.
So it is taken from the point.
Yeah,
isn't it? It's taken from the point. Yeah, it concludes the whole thing. Yeah,
right.
So it is a memory I will keep forever. So it's actually everything is in your essay. So when you write conclusion, you take back all your points. You pick all the points and put it in your conclusion. That's it. You are done. Okay. So I think we have done. We have shared 2 parts. So we wish you good luck for your exam and thank you for listening. I hope we have shared and that it is a recap in writing, isn't it, Teacher
I hope
Farahin?
you can try this strategy and you will get better marks
Yes.
for your
Okay.
next exam.
Thank you. Good luck.
Bye everyone. Bye.